swap you. If you have a real 60s car, we'll take it and we'll use it. You know, if we can hang on to that stuff, it's useful for us. We get business.
And Scott was chosen to come in, play with the Who, fill in for the final 3 songs of the show.
Yeah, anybody can.
Oh yeah. I mean, the majority, it's not all Universal Productions. You know, we make money from every different type of studio. So, you know, we have Warner Brothers here, ABC. If you think about it, Desperate Housewives it's a Buena Vista or Disney production. You know, and they'll come here. We have the largest property collection in the industry, so we have almost 2 million props. So just about every studio utilizes us. You know, different studios, they all kind of have their own individual prop collection. Warner Brothers has them, but a lot of them have actually consolidated and gotten rid of them. You know, so we kind of have one of the last remaining large prop collections. So most productions will come here if they really need something, because you know that we probably have it. We have fake stuff as well as real. I'm probably going to use this shovel if I had to get in a shovel fight. Not trained in the art of shovel fighting, so they would give me this one, the rubber one that bends easily. But if I had to, of course, dig a ditch, you know, and bury someone, which we're often doing in Ghost Whisperer and Desperate Housewives, they would give you the real shovel. So we do have the real thing in here, as well as the fake. Same goes for a lot of our swords and our knives, our weapons. We're going to head down that aisle here. So we have fake replicas of everything, often used for rehearsals, you know, so that we can rehearse our fighting scene with this, not hurt each other if we happen to smack each other in the face with it. And then for the real thing, they'll slip us the real knife to use so that we get more realistic version. However, you can use this, and then later on in our Foley stage, we replace the sound so that you don't actually have to use the real thing. You get that metal clanking sound like in Gladiator. For the sword fights in Gladiator, our Foley stage went in later and used machetes that they bought for like $3 and created the sword sounds for all the scenes in that movie where they sword fought, so that they wouldn't have to use the real thing and endanger our actors or even our stunt people. Some stuff is just too dangerous. So we have every kind of style here too, depending on, you know, if you're a knight or a Three Musketeer, a pirate. Pirates of the Caribbean 1, 2, and 3 have shot here, so they've utilized our property warehouse. We have some of the cannons from Pirates downstairs, actually. All this stuff was rented out for genre, or Indiana Jones 4. This was all used in the Peruvian village that we walked through earlier. So all these props were actually rented out, and this shelf was completely empty when Indiana Jones was here. Nice. Let's go. We have our dummies here. We have one down there, the whole aisle of them, and then this one here. Poor Meryl. This is Meryl Streep's stunt dummy. You can actually kind of see her face. Looks like Meryl. This was used in a movie called The River Wild. If you remember that film, she river rafted, and there was a point where they all fell out of the raft. Well, we're not going to send Meryl Streep down the river and have her go out of the raft, or even her stunt person, because that's really dangerous. So we would send this in. And this is basically the kind of thing they do when they have a scene where they have to go out over a cliff, off a building, down a staircase, get hit by a car. Anything that's too dangerous for an actor or even a stunt double to do, we will have a stunt dummy. And these can weigh up to about 75 pounds so that they're more realistic body weight. And they take a lot of abuse, which is why you see a lot of them are missing heads, hands, hairs, you know, whatever. Because that's basically what they're there for, is to take the abuse that we can't give to real people. You see heroes, we often use a stunt dummy for Claire, the cheerleader, because she's jumping off of things and out windows and cracking her body all over the place. Obviously, we can't even have a stunt double do that stuff, so we will throw a dummy out the window. We all think these are two of the creepiest props we have here in the property warehouse. Just because dolls are kind of creepy. I call this the knick-knack area. Wow, wow, just as many kinds of little things you would sit on shelves as you can think of. I think one of the most fun examples of talking about props and their influence is this kind of prop here. Most of us have one of these now. It does that. This one obviously is a little bit older model, but the idea for this type of thing, which almost everyone has now in their everyday life, came from a prop. Does anyone have an idea of what I'm talking about?
Star Trek.
Star Trek. The communicator. That was the first time anyone saw anything like this, where they would open this up and communicate back to the ship. So the idea for your flip cell phone that most people own actually came from a TV prop. You know, and who knows, we'll probably have phasers in the next couple of years. There you go. So you never know how, you know, something that we utilize on screen is going to influence actual everyday life. You know, when that show came out, that kind of stuff was so futuristic. Nowadays, it's, you know, you look at it, it's so dated.
Would she say they probably knew that and had to change the name of Pepsi to play? Hey.
Fun for hours with candy glass. So guys, I said you would get to see some candy glass. Here you go. This is a bucket.
Aye, aye.